Hello everybody and welcome to another Cybernetics TV production. I'm your host, Insane Rabbi. Joining me on camera is Snoopy, so he's doing the camera stuff. And we got Ichi joining me on the mic. How you doing, Ichi?
I'm doing great, thank you. How you doing?
Oh, pretty good. I'm excited. This is Game 3, Morrow versus TLO. This is the Intel Extreme Masters round of 8. This is a best of 5. Series is tied 1-1. And I'm just really excited. Can't wait to see what each player comes out this game with their build orders. So, without further ado, I think let's just get this thing started. We are at 5 seconds in the replay as always. And 3, 2, 1, go! And we're off. So, Morrow spawning in the bottom left as the blue Terran. We have Liquid TLO in the upper right as the red Terran. GG, GL, HF, GL, good manners coming out. Especially, you usually expect Team Liquid members to have good manners. The Team Liquid, Liquid TLO, their sponsor is the Little App Factory, so it's like the TLAF team or something like that. Check out Little App Factory; they're pretty cool. Mouse Esports is the sponsor for Morrow, and Mouse Esports actually has a lot of teams for a lot of different games, and they always do really good. From what I can tell, they're usually, top 5 teams or players in their respective games. They're like, one of those SK kind of clans, and they just tend to always have really good players. So check out Mouse Esports, check out Little App Factory, TeamLiquid.net. Good sites, good sponsors. But we do see a supply depot coming down, finished now for both players. And just SCV production, pretty standard opening. It's just SCVs, no racks first, no BBS rush, anything like that. Racks is going down for both players now. And just looks like it's going to be a pretty standard game from here on out. We'll see what tech patterns if they choose to stay on Inf, though, or if both players elect to go more mech, maybe air. I mean, it's Morrow actually choosing to scout now. Same STLO. These builds are identical. When are we going to see some 14 Command Center? That's what I want to know. Oh wait, never, because it's not economically viable. You're right. I'm sorry. Still, yeah, just each player throwing down gas. I mean, it's pretty standard. Sorry, it's hard to keep talking when it's the same opening 3 games in a row. Hopefully, we have 2 more. Like I said, this is a best of 5, and I'd love to see 5 games come out of these players. We see orbital commands coming down for both players. Second supply depot, Marine coming out, a second Marine queued up, and for both players. So I take it back, there will be no variance in the build. TLO pulling his SCV out, Morrow pulling his SCV out, and literally I'd say twins are playing against each other right now because they are doing the exact same stuff.
I would say there was little difference though. Morrow actually decided to get his orbital command at 15 supply, whereas TLO got his at 16, so that's the only small change that they made from each other. Otherwise, exactly the same.
Sounds good, and we do have a tech lab coming down now for the barracks for TLO. And Morrow choosing to stay on just a normal barracks going to a factory, probably stockpiling some gas. Reaper coming out now for TLO. I kind of don't understand this mid-game Reaper kind of deal. If somebody can ever explain it to me, I understand if you get it in his base, kill off his mule, it's a big deal, but I just feel the Reaper it's 50 gas. It's a lot of gas, and that could have been used for maybe something else. Although, if the Hellion comes out with the Reaper and all Morrow has are Marines, that's all light units. Reapers and Hellions are very good against both, so we might see something like that coming out. And we do see the factory being lifted off, moved right next to the starport, building a tech lab. Morrow's going to lift that off, put the starport onto the tech lab, and have a Banshee out as soon as possible. Reaper actually running into the SCV of Morrow. Liquid TLO just keeping his SCV at the natural of Morrow. And we do see the SCV trying to come up. The SCV does get killed by the Hellion, though. And the question is, what's about to happen? We do have a Reaper here. And starport has completed. Air units are being built. Starport being done, are being put up by Liquid TLO. It's about 3/4 the way done. We have a Marauder, a Hellion, and a few Marines sitting in the base. SCV moving out now. And we do see a Reaper coming in, doing a little bit of harass, but he might lose this Reaper here. Yes, he does. I actually didn't get a chance. Did it pick off any SCVs or Marines, or
it didn't
none at all?
No,
Oh,
didn't
man.
get a chance to.
You know, little
one thing I'd like
disadvantages
to
like that.
mention,
Go ahead.
I think the Reaper thing, as mentioned before, it's cost heavy investment. But if you can just poke in there, try and see what's in there, you see. Right now TLO is having to use a scan to find out what's the tech that Morrow is going. But if you can keep that Reaper alive, try and going in, scout, and if he can do some harassment, if he can't, just go back, sit down at the Zelnaga watchtower, and at least have vision to know when Morrow is moving back. So for me, that Reaper would have done his job.
Definitely. We do have Morrow actually picking off the SCV there at the Zelnaga cavern, or tower. The Zelnaga tower. So now, with that SCV loss, not a huge deal, but at least he knows, and he knew from the scan as well that Air would be coming out, which it baffles me that the Marauders are still being built. We do see a Viking coming out now. Banshee electing to kind of sit not really attacking. I mean, there's no anti-air at all for Liquid TLO except these 3 Marines, and this Banshee for Morrow is just kind of sitting there. The Raven is out, switching tech labs. The starport is going to be going down by itself now. Maybe building a medevac, maybe building a Viking. I can't quite tell you, and it does look as though 2 Marines, or reactor racks and the tech lab racks with stim being researched. Yeah, and the Viking is out now, so this Banshee needs to be very careful. This Viking, I believe, is going to be able to chase this Banshee down. Banshee being forced to run away here. Yeah, look at this Viking. Great micro by TLO attacking, moving forward. This Banshee may actually be completely taken out. Yes, it is! Huge play there, actually. Losing that Banshee, you know, you lose a lot of your anti-ground damage. So, medevac coming over here for Liquid TLO on the bottom right of the map, probably looking to drop Hellions. It looked as though Morrow wanted to move out, but he's not going to be able to now. And instead, just sitting on reactor racks, tech lab racks, 1 starport, and siege tanks being produced out of the factory with a tech lab. Expansion being thrown down by Liquid TLO. We do have Vikings and medevacs being produced. Wow, nice scan going out there by TLO, and he's actually, by TLO, and he's dropping all these Hellions in the main. Oh no! If he gets a few more of those SCVs, wow, the SCVs are all pretty weak, but looks like they're going to be able to get away. Pretty good amount of anti-air, so Liquid TLO needs to be careful with that medevac. He's not going to be able to just sit there and pick it up and drop it, pick it up and drop it. It's not really going to happen. No expansion yet.
Stim.
Yep. Stim has finished research, and now the combat shields for the Marines are coming out. Questions, are they going to pick off this? Oh, wow, the medevac gets picked off in mid. Unbelievable. That's 4 Hellions and an entire medevac. That is so much investment just gone. I mean, if you take a look at TLO's base right now, he's got almost no army. Oh, whoops, I would actually pause the game, so I'm going to speed up, and then I'm going to slow back down. I am at 10:27, 28, 29, 30. Is that okay? Are we good?
That's great, yeah.
Oh, that's right. We wouldn't be able to tell. So, no big deal. I'm sure we're good. Ichi said we're good. And he's probably synced up with you. So we do have Stim coming in here, and that expansion for TLO is just going to be destroyed. And we do have a good unit composition here. Those Vikings should be able to take out those medevacs relatively fast. And the Marauders and the Marines doing some work. Siege tank, siege mode coming out. Not going to be doing a whole lot, though. The siege was a little bit late. He needs to be doing more damage. And it looks like that is just going to be taken out. The auto turret ate some damage and did some damage for Morrow there. And it looks as though SCVs are being pulled. The Vikings coming in. They're trying to do some work. Stim going off for the Marines. And it looks as though the Marines may actually go down, but not before they take out both Vikings. So TLO was forced to pull SCVs, which he's going to send to his natural expansion right now. And it looks as though the command center is being built for Morrow, not in the actual command center location, though. Scanning going down, he's going to see it. And this game shall continue a little bit longer. Ichi, your thoughts so far on the game as we do see Morrow building up an army, maybe looking to make a push here?
I'm thinking Morrow is doing really well. He's ahead in supplies as well, in food count right now. He's got a 75 supply army, whereas TLO is really drawn back right now. He can't really attack, and he has to be on the defensive bit, which allows Morrow maybe to be more aggressive and really expand and do whatever he needs to do to win this game.
Definitely, we do see Morrow pushing up forward here. He needs to siege those siege tanks IMO. Did I just say IMO? I'm sorry. In my opinion.
But he doesn't have siege mode research for him.
Still does not have siege mode research. Wow, I apologize. I figured he would have had that by now.